and Peak.
Woodson from the gun, play fake, step it up. He's throwing deep down the near sideline. He's got Johnson. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Kentucky!
When Mitch called me and talked to me about being the head coach here at Kentucky, I understand the assignment. We are here to win banners.
Back outside. This is the point where he always hits it. Oh! Aaron Harrison beyond belief.
Welcome into Kentucky Roll Call. It is March 19th, 2026, March Madness edition, round of 64 edition of the show. I know it's kind of odd to hear myself, producer Matt Childers, opening the show. TJ is just about 4 or 5 minutes away from here. He texted me, he's getting off the exit now, so he just wanted me to go ahead and open up the show for everybody. But it's going to be a fun show. If you guys want to get your questions, comments, concerns in, TJ will read them on air on the Gameday Men's Health text line. Gameday Men's Health is redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, and sexual performance therapy. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com, defining a new era in men's health. That Gameday Men's Health text line is 502-414-1450. We'll be getting to those texts throughout the show today. Corey Price will also be in here in the show with us today. But that's not the most important thing that's going on today. Like I said, it is the first game or the first day of the round of 64. The most exciting 4 days of sports, in my opinion, across the sports calendar year. The first week of the men's college basketball tournament is extremely exciting. It's the bracket busting time of the year. I'm ready to go. I'm fired up. All I've done is watch college basketball these last couple of days. I imagine the people listening in have been doing the same and probably doing it as we speak right now. TCU and Ohio State have tipped off about 10 or so minutes ago. TCU is leading that game 14-13 at the moment. It's been a pretty low-scoring outing so far, but fun to watch. I also put it up on the stream. So anybody out there watching from the YouTube stream right now, I will have the game cast. I can't obviously stream the actual game. That is illegal. That's not allowed. We would get the stream shut down. I'm not trying to do that. I've had a couple oopsies as producer this week. I'm not trying to have that major oopsie this week. But I have the game cast pulled up, so if you are a YouTube watcher, you will get to watch, hang out with us, listen to TJ, listen to me, listen to Corey Price, and you'll get to pay attention to the game that's going on at the moment at the same time. So thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to try and do that for any game that we have going on that we're on air throughout the March Madness. Obviously, when there are multiple games going on at the same time, probably won't be as possible, but we're here. It's that time of the year. Everybody's excited. I'm excited. I know TJ's excited. So excited that he's getting stopped at lights and complaining about it. But he's going to be on air. Don't worry. I promise. I know the last thing you guys want to hear is the Louisville fan right now starting Kentucky Roll Call on a day that Louisville is playing USF. But just for a few minutes. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. You guys, if you guys want to talk crap, if you guys want to talk smack, believe me, I have the text line open. I'm ready to read it. I'm ready to respond to it. It's all going to be okay. TJ also just texted me and asked me, oh, hello, Corey Price. Welcome into the show. Nice to see you. TJ will be on the main chair. You can just put in your regular one you usually sit in. TJ also texted me and asked me if I'm nervous about the game today. Well, with Michael Brown Jr. being out, I'm obviously not as in high spirits about the game as I would be if him playing, obviously. Missing your five-star point guard and your potential lock of a lottery pick is not one blow that Kentucky fans would be, unnecessarily confused by with the whole Jaden Quinn situation. Obviously, he's not a point guard, but then again, it is another potential lottery pick that has been missing in this region of college basketball. But I'm excited. I think that this Louisville squad has the ability to win this game outright with or without Michael Brown. I'm excited for the game. Either way, no matter what team you root for, it's 0-0 right now. The tournament has started. If you're in, you're in. The regular season does not matter what you've done. We've seen that even some of the worst of teams in college basketball coming in at low seeds have done great things in come March. Some teams just get hot at the right time. Some coaches show their true colors. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I'm counting down the minutes. We got about, 49 minutes until that game tips off, which I think, unbiasedly, I think will be one of the more exciting games of today. But with us now, he has sat down. He's in the chair. He's ready to go. We have Corey Price. Corey, how's it going, my guy?
It's been chaos this morning. I've been busy this whole week, so I didn't have time to do brackets until this morning, and I was working, so I didn't have time to do it till like the very, very, very end. So I was scrambling. I got, I think, 10 brackets done on ESPN, so I'm hoping
It's
one.
a hilarious amount of brackets to do. Hello, everybody. Yeah. Happy Thursday to you. Happy March Madness. Christmas morning again. Woo! Best day of the year. Best day of the year. Even better than Pretzel Day, everybody. It is the Thursday of March
close.
Madness. I've got my sunglasses on. Don't need those on.
Because you look so cool.
My future is so bright. Hello. I was volunteering at my daughter's school. Am I a hero? I don't know. A lot of people are saying so. But that ended up going a little longer than I thought. They wanted the teachers to be able to have an appreciation lunch. So the parents who paid those teachers got to do some teaching. It really was just substituting. It was kind of weird. I'm a classroom mom, which is very offensive to me, and as a not a female. And we do like the Halloween parties, the Christmas parties. We did a Valentine's party. No party today though. They were just like, all right, from 11:30 to 12:15, which ended up being 12:30. You're just going to be teaching. So taught little 4-year-olds.
What did you teach?
We did some neuroscience stuff.
Yeah.
They were in their biology class, so we were just kind of doing some of that stuff.
Microeconomics, maybe?
Yeah, so a little microeconomics. What do they say in Billy Madison?
Business ethics.
Business ethics, yeah. Flaming bags of poo and the human response. I'll take that one. You did a great job, producer Matt. I was like, all right, we can only do so much Butler, KHSAA post-game show. So, producer Matt, let's put us on. You'll be all right, and you did great. You really did. So, thank you for getting us on the air. Hopefully, we're on the stream, and hopefully, you are having a great day. One of my favorites of the year, Thursday, March 19th, 2026. As producer Matt said, get your text into the Gameday Men's Health text line, 502-414-1450. All I need is just some March Madness music in the background, and I'm probably going to run through a brick wall. The madness has started. The first 4 is over, and now it's time for the real shebang, which is Ohio State, TCU. 10 brackets, way too many brackets. Do you have one that is like your bona fide, this is what I actually think is going to happen bracket?
Yeah, there's 3 groups that I paid to be in, and obviously those groups you only have one that you can put in there. So, yeah, there's one that I have money on. There's 9. That's, messed around, and obviously one's chalky, one's a lot of upsets, one's what I hope happens, it's just, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I very, very, very rarely pick Kentucky to win it all.
Right, yeah.
Even if I actually think they're going to win it all, sometimes I'm still a little hesitant to do it, not to do a little jinxie cat situation. But obviously this year, it just would be a waste of a bracket, I think, if you pick them to win it all. And I'd love so badly for this to age horribly and me to eat some crow in a couple weeks and us replay that clip. But gosh, I was incredibly chalky, and I really do. I do it. I play brackets to try to win bracket pools. I don't do brackets for cutesies. I don't do brackets to try to get the social media moment of having Kentucky in the championship. I guess I'm brave in that way, but I also do it strategically because I'm trying to win the bracket pool. And I weigh a risk reward. All right, I picked this upset here. How likely it is to happen? It is an upset after all. And then what am I doing with that upset pick moving forward? So I end up being pretty conservative in my bracket pooling, and I say that pretty much every year. I normally only do 2. I do kind of like a wonky, wacky one, and then just bona fide what I actually think is going to happen. This year I just ended up doing the 1. My daughter did a mascot bracket, which was kind of silly
Which
and
would probably
fun.
be better than mine.
Yeah, that's usually the way that it ends up going. But just the 1 bracket this year, and I do have Florida cutting down the nets. I had all 1 seeds in the Final Four for a second straight season,
Right.
which I do think there's that's so chalky. I almost think you can be too chalky where it actually makes it a little unique, having all.
Right.
And I joked in my tweet, I was like, I got a little crazy this year with my bracket. I had 1 and 2 in each Elite 8, with the exception of Texas. I did have Texas going to the Elite Eight, which is a Cinderella
that's
wild
a stunner.
card. I think they can definitely get out of that pod, and then once they're in that pod, they can score with just about anybody. So naturally, take BYU large in that one. But I didn't get too wild, too wacky, too crazy. I feel good about the Cats game tomorrow. Earlier in the week, not so much, but as the week's gone on, my gut is feeling good about that game tomorrow. We will talk about it. And then you get the cards. Pat Kelsey looking for his first ever NCAA tournament win here in just about, 30 minutes or so, getting the action underway. So we appreciate everybody listening. We appreciate you if you're going to text on in. Corey, what do you want to do about trivia? Just go ahead and get that bad boy started right now. Knock that out of the way.
We can, yeah, sure.
Okay. Does that sound good to you, Producer Matt?
Sounds great.
Okay. Well, I say let's go ahead and get it on and popping. It's trivia time in the Bluegrass with Corey Price.
That's the music
There we
that
go.
we know and love.
But I'm not wearing my tight pants.
Shame for us. Starting off with March 19th birthdays. First up, former Dodgers pitcher Clayton Kershaw.
March 19th.
Correct, yes. Just retired, so he's now a former pitcher, of course.
What are you thinking here, Producer Matt? Like 36-ish in that ballpark?
I mean,
37?
baseball players usually retire a little bit older.
That's
Pitchers
true.
are different, though. Pitchers, it's a lot of wear and tear. I think the 37 number is pretty good. I'd say, if anything, maybe a little. I'm gonna go like 38, 39, but I think around that area.
I was right around there, too. I'll stick with 37 and let you just go with
You're gonna hear some clicks for a second because I gotta open the other audio. I can't do both while just playing at the same time.
Googling just to find out how old
That's right,
Clayton
he is.
Kershaw is, and I
Cheater.
respect the hell out of it.
Cheater.
I think we're going 37, 38, Corey Price.
It is 38, Matthew.
Oh, I kind of picked that one for him. He did throw out 38, 39, but I just solidified
The audio's loaded.
38. But,
Jesus.
Jesus!
Take a long buffering time right now.
Oh, praise the Lord to some new eardrums.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
My heavens, we apologize.
Matthew
We
is
apologize.
excited for getting that.
It's March Madness.
That makes me mad right there.
Man.
Next, former UK football player Marty Moore.
I've got no idea. Marty Moore, you play in the early 90s?
Correct, yes.
I was just lucky I even got that one, honestly. So
He
let's
was
just say he was
Mr. Irrelevant. He was the last pick of the draft.
Let's just say he was 22 in 91, and add 35 to that, 57 years old.
58.
He's actually 55 today.
Not bad for
55.
somebody that we don't know.
Well, you should know him, but that's besides the point.
Somebody that
Well,
played when
he
I
is
was a
called
year old.
Mr. Relevant.
Yeah, jeez.
Anyways, next, former actor Bruce Willis. And he is a former actor. He's not acting anymore.
I was going to say, did he pass?
No, he's got some type of thing where he can't talk or something. It's, I don't know.
Bruce Willis, Mr. Die Hard.
That's right.
I've got no. I should probably have a better guess. 67.
6'7".
6'7"?
Jinx.
6'9"?
Nice. You're close. 71.
Oh, good guesses though.
71.
Good guesses. Good guesses for the old man.
Next, former Utah Utes basketball player Andre Miller.
Man, it is a rough day for birthdays.
We played against him in the 98 tourney.
All right. Well, let's say that he was 21 and 98, and somehow we're approaching 30 years on that. 50. Well, I'll say he's 49 today.
50, yeah.
Matthew, he is 50.
When the devil,
Last of the birthdays,
Jesus.
Kansas City Chiefs head coach Andy Reid.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, the old walrus. The sex symbol of the NFL.
You could take whatever your guess is and then add a couple cheeseburgers to it. Bump that number up, maybe.
Cheeseburgers add to age.
I'll say that he is 64 years old.
68.
Matthew used Google. He is
I did
68
not.
today.
Wow, incredible math. Yay, everybody.
I'll add a couple burgers to it.
It's
Okay.
incredible.
Next, March 19th events. All 5 of these are NCAA tourney games. 4 are upsets and 1 involves the Cats. First up, 15 seed Oral Roberts upsets 2 seed 75-72 in overtime in West Lafayette. And a hint, Ohio State's leading scorer was E.J. Liddell.
So you want the year this upset happened?
Yes. Oral Roberts over Ohio State.
I think another fun thing would also be like Oral Roberts and blah, blah, blah upset this team. But
okay.
no, I'm cool with this as well.
Oops.
The Oral Roberts upset. Is that 21, 22?
Yeah, I mean, it's more recent.
I think it was post-pandemic. But when would Ohio State have been a 2 seed post-pandemic? So I'm thinking it's like, I don't know, 18, 19, 21, or 22. I should know better.
Quite the
Yeah,
range
no
there.
kidding. I'll go 18. I'll say it's earlier than I'm thinking.
I'll go post. I'll say 21.
Okay.
Matthew again, 21.
On fire. Just on fire. Festus to get out of his way.
Fastest fingers this side of the Mississippi. Next.
That's what she said.
That's what they say.
Next, 12 seed Cornell upsets 5 seed Temple 78-65 in Jacksonville, Florida. Hint, Temple's leading scorer was Juan Fernandez.
I think this was 2010, producer Matt. I think this was when Cornell went to the Sweet 16 and got a beat down from Boogie in the Kentucky Wildcats. It was actually a pretty ugly game. Wasn't the most fun thing to watch in the world, but I think it's 2010.
Is it 2010, Corey?
TJ, it's 2010.
Yeah!
When the devil come try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
Sorry to steal one from you, producer Matt.
you're
Glad
good.
you gave me
I
a
mean-
crumb, buddy.
I mean, you know, my heat check's coming up.
Just a simple morsel for a peasant like myself.
I gotta swing the rock so they don't double team me.
Next, 3 seed UK defeats 10 seed Miami of Ohio 58-43 in St. Louis, Missouri in the second round. A hint, UK's leading scorer was Scott Padgett.
UK did the upsetting?
No, I said 4 of these were upsets,
Oh.
and then 1 was
Oh,
a
okay.
game involving us.
All right, repeat the teams again.
3 seed UK defeats 10 seed Miami of Ohio 58-43 in St. Louis in the second round.
Jeez.
Actually, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon.
Sweet
That's-
16?
Yes, correct.
Okay, 1999.
My apologies.
1999.
And yes, it is 1999.
When the devil come try to get me, gonna
The
praise.
second round in St. Louis threw me off. They played
Yeah,
that Sweet
I don't
16
know
and Elite
why.
8
Oh,
there.
that should
I
have been
don't know
so.
why I
mean,
typed second round. That's
I got literally.
probably moved me.
They just word vomited last night. The first win in Miami history since 1999. I should just know.
Oh, man, that would have been crazy if UK went to the Final Four in 96, 97, 98, and 99. Man.
And I almost got
We were
there
rocking and rolling, everybody. We were rocking and rolling.
Almost got there in 95 as well.
That's true.
Next, 14 seed UAB upsets 3 seed Iowa State 60-59 at the KFC Yum Center. Hint, the leading scorer for the Cyclones was Monte Morris.
Think this was 2016. What were the
14 seed UAB beats 3
UAB.
seed Iowa State at the Yum Center.
So let's think of the years. Did the Yum Center host in 15 and 16? Would they go back to back like that? No, they hosted
I don't
in
think
18.
so.
It's 28. No, but 2018 was the Sweet 16 and Elite 8. No, that was 2019. Oh boy, I'm in a pretzel. All right, 2019, the Yum Center hosted
The
regional.
regionals.
This was not a regional game.
No.
So since then, when has the Yum Center hosted? Pretty sure it was 2016, but they also did in 2015. So would they have gone back to back? Huh. Are there any horse pants? Really, when you think about it that way. I'll go 2016.
I go 2019.
It was 2015, TJ.
It was 2015.
Yep.
Well, I guess I should have probably been okay. 2015 was the first and second round host. They wouldn't host the first and second round back-to-back years. Dumb, TJ. Dumb.
It's like me saying we
I'm
beat
sorry.
Miami in the second round. That's
No, it's not nearly as embarrassing as that.
Well, it's
Not anywhere close to that.
It's pretty bad.
Not even in the same neighborhood.
That time probably like 1 or 2 more quick ones.
Jeez Louise, that stinks. Go.
Last of the events, 12 seed Western Kentucky upsets 5 seed Illinois 76-72 in Portland, Oregon. And here's a little fun trivia. Alex Legion played 7 minutes for the Fighting Illini.
Wow, Alex Legion was a Billy Gillispie recruit player and had never ended up playing, right? I don't think he ever got in a game. I think he was on the roster, though.
I think he
Did he get in a game?
I think he played.
I don't know if he ever.
You might be thinking of Matthew Pilgrim, maybe.
Matthew Pilgrim definitely never played in a game.
He was awesome in practice.
All right, Alex Legion played in 6 games.
There you go.
So stand corrected. He was a Billy Gillispie guy. I would guess this was like
He and Billy had something in common.
09 maybe? Or 2010? 09 or 10, I would guess. Could be 11, but he was at UK in like 08. So it's not 08. So it's either like 09, 10, or 11, producer Matt. I'll say 09.
I'll say 10.
TJ, it's 2009.
All right.
When the devil come trying to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
It goes without saying, this weekend's the best weekend in all sport. So these are about the tournament and our opponent, Santa Clara.
Santa Claus.
To the nearest mile, what is the straight line distance from this radio station studio to the Enterprise Center in St. Louis?
I'll be making that drive tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I have Googled it, but not specifically.
That's driving distance, yeah.
Just the driving distance aspect. What's your guess, producer Matt?
So it's a 4-hour drive around there.
Yeah, I think it's about like 280 miles if you're driving. It's gonna be less than that.
I'm gonna say dead straight. I think it's low. I'm gonna say like 105.
Whoa.
That's a scooch guess.
Well, you got to bump that bad boy up.
Really? I mean, I think it's straight.
Yeah, I mean that would just
You're
be
not
like the
going
distance
that far
between
out
Louisville
of the way.
and Lexington.
162.
I will say 220, 230, 230, 230. I'll take 230. 230.
It's 248. Play it.
Oh,
for TJ.
Come try to get
I don't
me,
even want it.
It's that close to the driving range?
I don't even want it. It's a pretty straight shot.
Do we have time for one more or a break?
Let's break it.
Yeah, we
Let's
gotta
break it. Hour number 2, we're going to talk March Madness. We're going to wrap up this trivia. We're going to have a grand old time. This is Kentucky Roll Call on Big X Sports Radio.
personally, I think we ain't doing it.
With Walker and Peak.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Kentucky Roll Call here on Big X Sports Radio, 96.1 FM, 1450 AM. TJ Walker, Corey Price, producer Matt Childress, Stephen Peak in St. Louis at the Enterprise Center, currently watching UK's open practice. If there's anything super newsworthy going on there, we will be sure to update it. We're going to finish this version of Thursday Corey Price Trivia. We'll give you an update. We got 2 NCAA games going on right now. I think producer Matt said that you can see it on the YouTube page, the scores, all that fun stuff. That's a cool piece of technology there, producer Matt. We like that.
I couldn't get the other one, so right now it's just TCU Ohio State is what I have on right there.
All right, we'll take what we can get. One better than none. TCU, the 9 seed, up big at the half. 39-24, 15-point halftime lead for the Horned Frogs. That was one of those games I thought Ohio State was going to win. I don't think I ended up changing it on my bracket. I'm not going to go through like every game like that. But it was one of those ones, in the 8-9 and the 7-10s, when everybody is on one team, I usually sometimes just like to zig, even if I don't think it's going to happen. Seems like that happens all the time. So I did go with TCU, even though I didn't think that they were probably going to win the game. Sure enough, they are. So got lucky with that. Oh, nope. I did switch it to Ohio State. Okay, never mind. Take all that back. That's embarrassing. Okay, Corey Price, take it away.
So, Santa Clara's last win in the NCAA tournament came in 1996 in the first round as a 10 seed against the 7 seed, a former ACC school that's now in the Big Ten.
Probably Maryland. Maryland or Rutgers. Well, no, they were never in a Rutgers wasn't an ACC team.
Rutgers in the Big East.
Yes. So it's got to be Maryland. Was there another former ACC team that joined the Big Ten? I think wasn't there one more that I can't think of? Well, let's just go Maryland.
I think it's Maryland.
It's Maryland,
okay.
TJ.
Was there another one that I couldn't think of? I think it was Rutgers, and I just associated it with the ACC. Okay, go ahead.
As of today, what's the current combined age of Brandy Chastain, Steve Nash, and Kurtwood Smith, all Santa Clara alum?
Don't know who Kurtwood Smith is.
You do. He played Red in That 70s Show.
Nope, no idea who Kurtwood Smith is.
Oh, come on. You watch that show.
Stick a boot up your ass.
You watch that show.
Hey, Mr. Red, can I get a ride to practice? You can get a ride to my boot up. They're just like, Red, it doesn't make sense. He's just trying to be nice, man.
He's got to be old.
I'm not even gonna entertain this one with math and wasting everybody's time. I'm gonna say 157.
Okay.
Oof, 173.
Ooh, I like that.
Actually, 191.
Wow.
Steve Nash is 52.
Okay, I was thinking about 55 for him.
Brandy Chastain is 57.
Thinking, okay.
And Kurtwood Smith is 82.
Whoa.
Red is getting up there.
Yeah, he is.
Santa Clara head coach Herb Sendek attended Penn Hills High School in Pennsylvania. Also the alma mater of this man, who played 10 seasons in the NFL, recently retired, and was named NFL Defensive Player of the Year 3 times.
How recently did he retire? What does recently count as?
Within the last few years.
I mean, is it Julius Peppers, maybe? I don't think he's from Pennsylvania. Khalil Mack's still playing. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. This should be easy.
Is it Aaron Donald?
Oh, that's a good guess.
Matthew is Aaron Donald.
When the devil come try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
Google is on fire. Santa Clara head coach Herb Sendek attended Carnegie Mellon for college. Also the alma mater of this man, an actor who had the voice for Olaf in the 2013 film Frozen.
Probably should know this with how many times I've seen that movie and heard the songs, but I do not know who voices Olaf.
Still never seen that movie, I'm not going to lie.
Well, when you have kids someday, buddy. When you have kids someday.
I guess you'll have a guess. Josh Gad.
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad.
Okay. Sounds familiar. Yep. Should have probably known that.
UK has advanced to at least the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament as a 5 seed or lower 3 times. Can you name those 3 times?
Or do you mean a 5 seed or higher? Is the number higher than a 5 or lower than a 5?
from 5 to 16.
Okay, there we go. 2014 as an 8 seed.
Yes, that's one.
How many times did you say it was?
3 times. Thrice. 2 more.
5 seed in 2017? Or 2018. 2018, yeah.
2018, yep.
2018,
One more.
2014.
One more.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. It's the greatest year in the history of years.
Okay, so whatever old-ass year you were born.
Wait.
Yeah, like your birthday on like 1967 or something like that.
Yeah,
That's right.
something crazy
You,
like
you
that.
got it.
So was it 86, 85?
They didn't have seeds in 67. It's 1985.
Play it. Play it.
So when the devil come try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
Nebraska ball up 21-15 on Troy. We got to see the Trojans last
In
year.
85, they reached the Sweet 16 as a 12 seed.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. 5 different UK players have scored at least 30 points in an NCAA tournament game since 2000. Can you name them?
At least 5 UK players, 30 points in NCAA tournament. Tayshaun Prince.
He did twice. That's one.
Did Oscar eclipse 30 in either one of those games?
He did. That's 2.
Okay.
3 left.
Did PJ Washington get 30?
He did not.
He was like 24 or something like that.
Well, it's not 30
No,
left.
you're
That's
right about that. You're right about that. I don't think Murray or Eulis did. Did Monk get over 30 against UNC in that other one? I mean, he started getting hot late, but I don't think so. John Higgins. You bum. You absolute bum. Man, I only got 2. Pretty bad.
So far, yeah. Yep.
I don't remember Terrence Jones. Oh, Eric Bledsoe.
No, I think he had 28 or 29.
Oh!
Yeah.
Felt good about that one, so that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know, like, did Keith Bogans ever get 30 in an NCAA tournament game? Not that comes to mind.
Actually, he's the 4th all-time leading scorer. The most points he ever scored in any game was 29. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I feel like there's going to be some, Patrick Sparks have a random 30-point game. I don't know. I should know more than 2, though. That's pretty embarrassing.
Joe Crawford.
Against who? Marquette?
Marquette.
Oh, he had 30 in that one?
Yep.
Wouldn't have guessed that.
De'Aaron Fox against
No,
Lonzo
UCLA.
Ball.
Yeah, that was silly. Should have gotten that one.
And Brandon Knight.
Brandon Knight against who? West Virginia? Wasn't
Maybe.
Princeton.
It wasn't Princeton.
Ohio State? I don't think he had a good
Wasn't Ohio
game. UNC?
They didn't play.
Yeah, they played UNC in the Elite Eight. Wouldn't be in the Final Four.
Just put the player's name.
Okay. All right.
Didn't put the game. UK is 7-1 all time playing in the NCAA tournament in St. Louis. Can you name the only loss?
In St. Louis? Yeah, we
St.
just
Louis.
talked about it. Michigan State, 1999 Elite Eight.
There you
And
go, TJ.
It was Brandon Knight, 30 points against West Virginia.
West Virginia.
When the devil come try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
Followed up that terrible Princeton game and just looked insane the next time out.
Well, I mean, one basket against Princeton. That was the game winner.
That West Virginia game was close too. Like the score, I think UK ended up winning about 10 or 12, but it was like a 1 or 2 point game there at the under 4.
Since 2004, which UK player has scored the most career points in the NCAA tournament?
Most career points in the NCAA tournament since 2004. Interesting timing with that. I think that knocks out some people.
Like Bogans.
Maybe even like a Chuck Hayes.
Well, no, Hayes played until 05.
I know, but he played in 4 tournaments. So it would have been 4 years of
Yes.
NCAA tournament scoring. So when you cut it off at 14, that takes away a couple of his years.
Okay.
But I don't even think he would be up there anyways. But I don't know. I don't know.
Can you repeat it one more time?
Since 2004, which UK player has the most career points scored in the NCAA tournament?
Like, just in their career at UK since 2004. Not in, like, one tournament run or not in a game.
All
Yeah,
tournament
okay,
games
gotcha.
in their career at UK.
Man. That's a really hard
It's
one.
definitely going to be, you have to be a 4-year player, obviously.
No, but there's not that many 4-year players post 04.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you'd have to find one.
Like, I mean, it could theoretically be like a Patrick Sparks or even potentially like a Ramel Bradley. Those are 4-year guys that played in tournaments every year. But the thing is, the interesting part about this question is you could go with somebody that you thought went to like, Deron Lamb played in 2011 and 2012, and he got to play in 11 NCAA tournament games. Where you could have a 4-year player that maybe only played in 5 NCAA tournament games. You know what I'm saying? So I think Deron Lamb's a pretty solid guess. Terrence Jones a pretty solid guess. Those are 2 guys that played in a combined 11 NCAA tournament games. If you go back a year before, Darius Miller played in 15 NCAA tournament games. Where like that point, he wasn't a big scorer in any of those, but that stuff adds up. Am I along the right lines of any of these?
You have mentioned the correct answer.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
All right, so it's Deron Lamb or Terrence Jones.
My answer is not right.
Why don't you go with one of those? Or it could even be Darius Miller, but I would have him behind those other 2. I'll go Deron Lamb. You go T. Jones.
I'll go Terrence Jones.
It's actually Darius.
No!
My guess is going to be Goalie Cauley-Stein.
148 points in 15 career.
How many Deron Lamb have?
Less than 148. I don't know. This is about the top one, not the top 2 or 3. Since Matt's, kind to be here, I threw him a bone, and this last one involves Louisville,
Okay.
actually.
Is it actually positive, or are you just trying to...
No, this is positive.
You never know,
I
really.
didn't like the way you said that.
I didn't like it either.
What is the furthest that Louisville has advanced in the NCAA tournament as a 5 seed or lower? And that means 5 to 16 seed, TJ.
So lower would be like 1, 2, 3, or 4, because that's lower than.
Yeah, same thing. Are you saying higher? You mean like they're 6, 7, 8, 9 seed, or?
Yes, that's what he's saying.
5 to 16 seed, yes.
That should be a Final Four, right?
Didn't Louisville go on a crazy run in the 90s as a high seed?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've made a Final Four. I don't know about championship, but I'm pretty sure they made a Final Four as a 6 seed.
Oh, well, in 04 or in 05, they were, I think, a 4 seed and horribly underseeded. I mean, really should have been closer to like a 1 or a 2 or at worst a 3. Pretty sure they were 4. They could have been a 5 in 05, but I'm pretty sure they were not. I think they were a 4. And then before that, I don't know. I think I remember Rutherford talking about a run in the 90s that he really enjoyed. That was kind of a surprising run, but I don't remember specifically which year that was. So I don't know this question. I'm not a Louisville fan. I've never pretended to be a Louisville fan.
You're asking the year, correct?
Year or how far they advanced, or both?
I'm saying Final Four. I could not tell you the year.
I don't think they've ever gone to a Final Four as that high of a seed, but I'd say a Sweet 16 or an Elite 8. And I'll say it's an Elite 8 run in 1993.
It was an Elite 8 in 97 as a 6 seed.
Oh, okay.
As a 6
Yeah.
Get me gonna praise the Lord.
Maybe I am thinking of the one you're talking about when they were a 4.
They were a 4.
That's probably what I'm thinking
It
of.
was a great U of L team. UK should have been in the Final Four, too.
That team had former male player Larry O'Bannon.
Larry O'Bannon.
Yeah.
Did he get in a little trouble?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Or maybe I'm thinking of Brian Northern. I think I'm thinking of Brian Northern.
Probably Brian Northern. Yeah.
All right, you want to play a little dozen trivia?
Of course.
Okay.
They better have a college basketball question today.
What if they had 2 college basketball questions?
No way. For real?
Would you like that?
I mean,
They certainly do.
if there were like 9.
Hey, we love Salsaritas. There's 3 locations in the Louisville area. They're out at Bullitt County off I-65 in Shepherdsville. They're in Middletown and they're in St. Matthews. Download that Salsaritas app. It's not a bad weekend to get their catering. You can do it at the touch of your fingertips. Or just get some lunch, maybe get a little extra, and get chips for all the weekend. Wildly addictive chips, hot, spicy salsa. It's the best. If Corey Price gets all 5 of these right, we're going to give out a free entree. Corey Price, there are 2 college basketball categories. We've got NFL, college basketball, brands and products, chain restaurants, television, movies, and music.
Whichever college basketball one you want to choose first.
Alrighty? I think this is a tough one.
Ooh.
This mid-major team pulled off an upset as a 15 seed against Michigan State in the 2016 tournament, and then as a 12 seed against Minnesota in 2017.
Middle Tennessee State?
That's correct.
So when the devil come try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
I'll take the other college basketball question.
Before becoming a 7-time WNBA All-Star, Skylar Diggins was a 3-time All-American at this school.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Skylar Diggins was...
When the devil come try to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
All right, you're 2 for 2. NFL, brands and products, chain restaurants, television, movies, music.
I'll go chain restaurants.
Have a little enthusiasm, buddy. I feel like with that attitude, you don't deserve to
I
get
wanted all 9 questions.
TJ, put that
to be-
gun down. Let him choose for himself.
The Western Bacon Cheeseburger has been a longtime favorite of this fast food chain, and in 2026, they introduced a chicken version. The Western Bacon Cheeseburger. You can see the advertisements. I'll give you a hint. Not overly popular in Louisville, although you will see a version of this around town. More popular outside of the state. The Western Bacon Cheeseburger at you can get that at
I'm going to guess Hardy.
Get me gone.
What a guess.
Carl's Jr. and Hardee's is where you can get the Western Bacon Cheeseburger.
I was hoping for all 9 questions.
I feel like
to
their
be
commercial,
fast.
they had a guy with a raspy voice who did that, and it'd like fall down, and you'd see all the patties fall on each other.
What's left again? Sorry.
NFL, brands, products, television, movies, and music. You need 2 more. You haven't been this close in
Since
blue
college,
moon.
probably. Yeah. I'll go movies.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Loosely based on a Disney attraction of the same name, Eddie Murphy starred in this 2003 horror comedy.
Easy.
Haunted Mansion.
That's correct!
When the devil comes trying to get me, gonna praise the Lord.
Wow, and it all comes down to this.
I'm tempted to do music. I just hope it's not a current song. Please do not be a current song.
I hope it's something I get to sing.
Oh, boy.
3-time Academy Award winner Ludwig Göransson produced this rapper's Grammy-nominated 2016 song, Redbone. And who could forget Redbone?
Oh. Corey, you're not going to know this.
Of course not.
You want to take a guess?
My
This was
gosh.
this was the most popular song in 2016 for a while.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Can I give him a hint?
Yeah.
You would, if you knew anything from this artist, it'd be the song 3005. If you, I'm saying that's the most popular song he has. If you knew anything, that's the song you would know.
Oh, man. It's
He's a youthful artist.
Young.
Nope.
Lil.
Nope.
Da
More
Baby.
elementary.
Da Baby. I don't know.
I don't even know how to give you a hint. You'll just have no idea.
I mean, he was like touching on Little and Baby.
And Young.
It's Childish Gambino.
Donald Glover.
Oh, Donald Glover. Oh, my.
Childish Gambino. The television one was along with CBS, 3 cable channels. We'll have live coverage of the NCAA tournament this weekend. TBS, TNT, and what?
True TV.
Yeah, you should have gotten that one. You would have gotten that one.
Gosh.
NFL question is, after playing 4 straight NCAA tournaments at VCU, a school without a football team, this man signed with the Colts and has played tight end for them since 2017. Mo Alley Cox.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And identify this brand associated based off the abbreviated slogan TBAMCG. TBAMCG. TBA
Yeah.
MCG.
Got it. Got it.
That would be the best a man can get. And that's with Kentucky Roll Call. That's the brand.
That's Gillette, right?
It is Gillette.
Oh,
it is Gillette.
man.
All right, Corey. No free salsaritas today, but you did come close, so that's fun.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, Corey. While I have you, and we're talking music.
I'll stay till 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You want to come produce over till 2 o'clock? I got something to watch at 1:30.
No, I'm good. Think so.
Producer Matt, if you really, I could probably produce if you really wanted me to.
I'll just have it on my phone. I'll just have to run out at 2 o'clock so I can at least enjoy the second half.
All right, have you all kept up at all with the Afro Man saga?
I have not. No.
That's just like a foreign language to you. That sentence.
I know who he is. I don't know what the saga is.
Producer Matt, what about you?
I know I haven't listened to Afro Man in a long time. So the saga you're talking about, no, but I do know Afro Man.
Okay. Afro Man, classic hits like Because I Got High, Palmdale, Colt 45 is another classic from, we were like in grade school listening to this garbage.
You were in grade school.
Yeah, you were probably out of college by that
I
point.
I was like 40 then.
I actually cannot stand Colt 45. I think it's just because every single party I ever went to, they play that song.
Yeah, it definitely
And
got
it just
overplayed.
got so burned out.
Sure.
45 and 2 zigzags.
I've actually always been an Afro Man fan just because I think he has a great voice. Like, I think he is a good musician. I think he's hilarious. And, like he raps about things that I don't necessarily get into or do. But I just think he's funny. And I think from an entertainment standpoint, he is entertaining. But he's been out of the news for a very long time. It was actually a couple years ago that he first posted some of this stuff. But then it turned into a much bigger deal. So a few years ago, cops raided Afro Man's house and said that he had narcotics and maybe potentially had kidnapped somebody. So the judge that had signed off on the raid, that's why, like, oh my gosh, there could be people there kidnapped. Well, of course, we got to go break in. And then they knew that there would be narcotics from a guy named Afro Man who sang Because I Got High. So they raid his house. Here's a breakdown from Count Dankula TV. So you can always trust this Twitter account called Count Dankula. If it comes from Count Dankula, you take it as the Bible. So they raid his house. In the raid, they break down his front door. They break down the gate to his property. And they also cut the wiring to the video connection, the CCTV in his house. And they steal money from him as well. No criminality found whatsoever. No charges at all pressed on Afro Man. This is Count Dankula's recap of how everything went down. Afro Man spends the next 3 years making songs that make fun of all the officers involved in the raid by name and even using his own footage of the raid from the CCTV cameras. He makes songs like Randy Walters is a son of a witch, Lick 'em Low Lisa, where he accuses one of the officers of sleeping with another officer's wife. During the raid, one officer looked like he was about to eat some of the lemon pound cake sitting on Afro Man's counter, and Afro Man made a whole album calling the officer fat. The cops get very mad at these songs, and they file a lawsuit for defamation. He is saying things about us that are not true. Afro Man turns up to court wearing an American flag suit. Did you see that?
America.
Officers have to cry on the stand while testifying, and they are forced to have to listen to the songs making fun of them while on camera and crying.
That's golden.
One officer was suing Afro Man because the song was about Afro Man saying that he had relations with the officer's wife, and he was saying that this is defamation. So he really got in an interesting spot when testifying. Afro Man's representation was able to say, but you know that's not true, right? In which case, if the police officer knows that it's not true, then... But he had to play the game and say, well, I don't know if it's true or not true. So Afro Man had to get this cop go on record to say he's not sure if Afro Man's actually sleeping with his wife or not. I mean, totally humiliating for this guy for the rest of his life. And the guy said, I don't know, nuking his own case and establishing that there's a non-zero chance that Afro Man might actually be sleeping with his wife. And then, of course, the jury ruled completely in Afro Man's favor, ruling that the lawsuit was a joke. How embarrassing for this police department. Not only do you do a BS raid for no good reason, probably potentially even, maybe even racial reasons. You find nothing comes of it. The guy that you raid and you steal money from and you break their stuff and scare his kids, he writes a rap album just making fun of you all, and your feelings get so hurt that you try to sue him, and then all this blows up, or all this becomes 100 times more popular, if not 1,000, because you all make a big stink about it. And that's where we're at, and I couldn't get enough of it. If not the government, who's going to break into your house, break all your stuff, and then try to sue you for it, if not for the government? So without further ado, here's Afro Man's song Pound Cake.
Is this the clean version?
Lemon Pound Cake. Lemon Pound Cake's a pretty clean song to begin with.
Okay.
99% of Afro Man songs are not. This one's pretty good. We'll just play about a minute of it.
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just some lemon pound cake. Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? Of what? Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his guap. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. Munchies because he got hot. Lemon pound cake.
Pound cake. Pretty
Wow.
good. And the video, the music video is just the cop looking at the lemon pound cake in his kitchen the entire time. It's real footage. It's hilarious.
Did that song win a Grammy?
It should.
Yeah.
It should. I mean, just it slaps about lemon pound cake. And then the second one is certainly not clean, but we're going to play the version, a clip, a 30 to 45 second part that is clean. And this is this song has just been stuck in my head all day long.
My video.
Fix my dough.
Stop stealing my dough.
Stop stealing my dough.
Disconnecting.
My video.
Fix my dough.
Go fix my dough.
Stop stealing my dough. Stop stealing my dough. Stop disconnecting. My video. Fix my dough. Fix my dough. Stop stealing my dough. Stop stealing my dough. Stop disconnecting. My video.
I think it's a wildly creative way to get back at, and you can cut this part because I'm just so worried that it's going to get into parts of that song that are not radio appropriate. I just think it's an incredibly clever way of Afro Man to get back at the government who's trying to sue him, which is an absolute joke. And who would have thought Afro Man would etch out his little corner of First Amendment history? People, I'm not kidding you. There will be a documentary on this. People, there will be a huge story on this, and you will have law classes that will have lessons taught on Afro Man being sued by a police department. Wild, wild stuff, super catchy songs, and I have just been singing really all day that Randy Walters is a... Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, get your texts into the Gameday Men's Health text line. We'll take our final commercial break on that. And we'll update you on the March Madness and the games going on in the NCAA tournament and the Cards. Pat Kelsey looking for his first ever NCAA tournament win getting underway now. This is Kentucky Roll Call, one final segment coming up next.
Down my door. Then I heard the glass break. pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice.
Welcome back. One final segment. And now I just want some lemon pound cake. The Sissy Sisters, Will Stein's mom, should get into the lemon pound cake game. Lemon pound cake. Kentucky Roll Call, one final segment here on March Madness. One final segment of the week. Unfortunately, we will not be in tomorrow because the Wildcats are playing in the NCAA tournament, and I'll be in St. Louis. We will be doing the postgame show. Zach Cantrell, TJ Walker. It's going to be another one of those ones over at ESPN 680 where Andy Sweeney will be in for a little bit. Zach will be in running the show. I'll be popping in via phone or computer live from St. Louis. And then James Shriebel is going to get in when he can around 3-ish or something like that. And he will take over the show into their regular programming. So, going to be a fun one tomorrow. Going to be a fun one today. Some updates on scores. TCU up 10. So Ohio State has chipped back ever so slightly with about 14 minutes left there in the second half. That was a 15-point deficit for Ohio State at the half. Nebraska up 16 on Troy at the half. Nebraska looking good there. And then we have heard a few claps in the producer room. And it ain't producer Matt clapping cheeks. It's him clapping his hands watching South Florida and Louisville. I've got the Bulls up 7-5 right now, producer Matt. Is that accurate?
You might be ahead of me. I'm at 5-5.
I've got some bad news, and Louisville also is about ready to miss a shot. I've got more bad news. So
I just watched USF miss it. How far are you ahead?
I guess I'm pretty far ahead, man. I don't know.
They just trying to see it. They turned the ball.
There's 15 minutes and
Back
30 seconds
to
left.
the future.
That's where I'm at. Got some good news about Sonando Faru getting a rebound here at the 15:33 mark, though. So you got that to look forward to. No spoilers. All right, there's the updates on the scores today. You get High Point, Wisconsin starting in just 13 minutes. An hour after that, Siena versus Duke. Go Siena. McNeese, Vandy, North Dakota State, Michigan State. Hawaii, Arkansas at 4:25 today. We'll see if John Calipari can get out of the first round up in Portland. I think they are going to crush Hawaii in that game. VCU, North Carolina, the Battle of the Rams at 6:50. Howard, Michigan. Michigan given 30.5 points. Texas, BYU. I think that's one of the more fun games of the day. That's at 7:25 on TBS. Texas A&M versus St. Mary should also be another fun one. You can get into that game in Portland, or in Oklahoma City, for $7. That's nice. It's not that cheap of a ticket for the Cats tomorrow. Trust me.
Not quite.
Pennsylvania, Illinois. That is tonight at 9:25. And then the last three to round us out. St. Louis, Georgia is going to be a lot of fun. Somto Surreal going against the dork with the goggles, Avelia from St. Louis. That's a contrast of styles, if you will. One very physical and big and mean, and the other is a big, not physical, but can shoot shots from 26 feet, which is a lot of fun. Kennesaw State, Gonzaga tonight. Gonzaga 20.5-point favorite at 10 o'clock in the last game of the evening. Idaho versus Houston, 23.5 in Oklahoma City there. So, going to be a fun one of games. We'll see how many upsets happen throughout the day. Get your text into the Gameday Men's Health text line 502-414-1450. I'm feeling better about the Cats' chances tomorrow. I just think Kentucky's a tough matchup for Santa Clara, as much as we make Santa Clara is going to shoot a bunch of threes and get up and down and whatnot. They're going to have a tough time with Kentucky inside and in transition. Now, Santa Clara, I think, will try to remedy that by slowing the game down, but it really is on Mark Pope and this group to be able to dictate the tempo in this one. I am feeling better about it. Not feeling too good about a potential matchup with Iowa State on Sunday, but you get there, you play the game, you never know, and hopefully on Monday we're still talking about UK basketball being in the tournament. How are you feeling about tomorrow, Corey Price? Where's your gut at?
I'm feeling pretty good. I know they've got that 4 that I think was 6th man of the year or first or second team all conference or whatever. So he might cause some trouble, but I just think our backcourt will be too much for him.
It's a good opportunity. I mean, Ortega should have 20 points easy tomorrow. Yeah. If he's able to get 20 against all these other teams, Santa Clara, it should come. He should be there.
I've been really impressed with Denzel. I mean, he's played a lot of minutes. Hasn't turned the ball over a lot the last few weeks, so I think our backcourt will have no problems. Hoping Malachi can play well. Jelly, I think, is key.
Maybe due to hit some shots, if nothing else.
Yeah, he
One
said,
would hope.
He said a couple early, and he gets put on the bench, which is what it is. But I'm not too worried about tomorrow, and then of course if we win, like I said, Sunday would be quite the matchup if obviously they win, which they should. They're a 2 seed, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
That's right. We will. 502-414-1450 is that Game Day Men's Health text line. You text it on in. We'll do our best to read it on air. And I thought I had it pulled up, but I do not. So allow me to get to that here in just a moment. Leaving tonight, probably won't get into anything tonight in St. Louis, but if you got any recommendations for tomorrow or Saturday, excuse me, let me know. Oh, and I don't have to worry about checking into my hotel before UK gets eliminated because we're going tonight. So,
have you been to the Arch?
I have been. I've been to the Arch twice. I wanted to go and take the kids, and the wife was like, nope. No interest in her going, and she has no interest in the kids going.
Okay. I mean, I've been there once. It was nice.
I think the 4-year-old would think the Arch is cool. I think she would think it's really neat.
The
1-year-old, it's
cool that the height is the same length as the width of it.
That is pretty
amazing. Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. So I don't know if we'll do the Arch or not. I wouldn't mind doing it, but
Are the St. Louis Blues playing this weekend?
Probably not, right? With the arena being occupied, you would think.
Yeah, that kind of.
They'll throw a wrench in it.
Yeah,
it'd be hard to have to kind of.
Tough, yeah.
I guess it's not impossible that like on Saturday they could play or on Thursday they could play, but yeah, I don't think that they would be doing that. Why am I having trouble with the text line? All right, here we go. Patrick Murphy says, "Where's trivia today? I know some famous people's birthdays today." Patrick, I think it's your birthday. Happy birthday, buddy! And we did it. Make sure you go back and listen to the podcast, which is on the Big X Radio podcasting platform right now, or go to YouTube and rewatch it. But we did trivia. Started the show a little later today, but trivia started around like 12:35, 12:45, somewhere in that ballpark. But hope you have a great birthday, Patrick Murphy, and thanks for texting in to the show. Another texter says, "I'm happy Afro Man took on the man and won, but that song is horrible." Which one? You're out of your mind if you think that song is horrible. Lemon Pound Cake is a slap. And then we didn't get to play the best part of the other one.
A banger.
That the other one is the son of a whatever. But that one's even more catchy than Pound Cake, believe it or not. You'll be saying this random cop in Ohio is the son of a you-know-what all day if you're not careful listening to that song. Another texter says, Darius Miller had 20 against Wake Forest in 2010. That was probably enough to bump him to the top. That's a good point. I was between those three. I just thought Darius wasn't enough of a scorer contributor to really bump one of those two guys. But, yeah, I was in the right ballpark. Couldn't get the hit, though. Instead of constantly accusing Matt of cheating, has Corey simply considered asking harder questions? Hashtag I stand with Matt.
Yikes. I mean, I try to keep it fun. I mean,
I think your questions are
not
great.
A lot of fun if y'all are stumped every single time.
I just don't like the questions where I don't know who the people are, but it makes for some fun. I think you do a great job with the questions,
for you, that's
Corey.
Lots of questions, but it's okay.
Hey, watch it. I'll stay within 6, everybody. All right. Could be some.
Corey just won't let it go that I got that one exact distance right one time. He just won't let it go. He won't move on.
Yeah, it really bothered him. Although that one seemed a bit more like feasible, throwing out a number, you were in the ballpark and you happened to hit it right on the head.
It was also one
of when
week.
Scoot said the exact number of hot dogs that was eaten on 4th of July. To the T, to the dog.
It was also a destination we had done, I think, literally the week before. It was we did Nashville twice in a row, so I just remembered what the number was.
Yeah, no, I think it's totally fair. I think you had probably your best day ever today. It was impressive stuff, especially with the birthdays. Another texter says, this is the radio show version of putting a massive quote in your paper to reach the word count. That's not true. Listen, I was going to talk Afro Man on any day today. 15 minutes on the Afro Man story with the tournament underway. By the way, I saw Afro Man at a small bar in Lexington in 2010. Was it Cosmic Charlie's? He'll still he'll play the small bars. Around Derby, he'll usually come to Louisville and just do I think he's done Gersels and stuff like that. He'll just do a random bar. So if you ever get the chance, go ahead and do it. And NCAA tournament starting today. What do you want us to talk about? We can't do the play-by-plays of the game. But I am feeling solid about UK's chances tomorrow. Like I said, a lot of my gut feeling is Tom Leach's gut feeling. How I listen to the tone of Tom, and if he seems excited, then I seem excited. A little bit of bad news on that front.
Uh-oh.
Tom Leach must have had the traffic disaster of a lifetime. He started the show with it today. That's how you knew it was bad. But he must have had the traffic disaster of a lifetime yesterday getting to St. Louis, because that's how he let open a show. He prayed and wished that no other UK fan would have to deal with that sort of traffic. But even despite his traffic issues, he still feels solid about the Cats tomorrow. He's feeling good vibes of UK playing in St. Louis, a city that's been good to UK. So I feel good about it. Now, in all seriousness, I do like the matchups, though, and I think it's a game that Santa Clara will definitely go on probably 2 runs, maybe one in the first, maybe one in the second, maybe 2 in the second. They'll probably get 2, I don't want to say kill shots, but they'll probably go on like 2 8 to 11-0 runs. And I just think Kentucky's going to be able to survive it. I do. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's one that, where it's going to be a laugher where 8 minutes to go in the second half, you can comfortably tune away. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be like probably a buffer zone, 7 to 9 point game. Santa Clara hit a 3 or 2 to make it 4 every so often. Then Kentucky will go on a run to make it 11, and you'll want Kentucky to blow it open, and they won't. And then you'll be nervous that Santa Clara will retake the lead, and they'll probably come close. But I feel solid about the game tomorrow. Big one for Ortega. And I think Colin, there's a chance he could get lost a couple times, so hopefully he's hitting. And then one thing that both Goose and Tom Leach felt good about, they didn't know if it would be tomorrow or potentially Sunday, but they did think that this team is due for a big 3-point shooting day. Just based on what they'd seen in shoot-arounds and warm-ups and practices, they think that the SEC shooting numbers were what? They went 6-6-2 for made threes in 3 games. I think it was 6 against LSU,
right,
6
yeah.
against Mizzou, and I think only 2 against Florida. And what? Like 4 of those came from Modi Abate and Brandon Garrison.
That's right, yeah.
So you hit 14 threes in 3 days, and only 10 of them came from actual shooters. Yeah, that's not ideal. But they feel like the Cats are due for a big shooting night. So, or day. Maybe that'll be tomorrow. Maybe that'll be Sunday. Regards to the time of when Kentucky and Iowa State would play, not set in stone. Wouldn't be set in stone till late on Friday evening, very late on Friday evening. But if it is Kentucky, Iowa State, you can feel pretty good about that one being 12:15, 12:30, 2:30, or maybe like 4 o'clock. But it would be a standalone game. It wouldn't be in the nighttime nightcap on Sunday night. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But I'd feel very, very confident about UK Iowa State being a standalone Sunday afternoon. Probably that 2:30 would be my guess. Just as a heads up.
I'm looking forward to it.
Will you go to any of these?
Sadly, no. I'm going to stay in town.
When Polachek is in the studio, it sounds like he has no microphones and TJ has 3.
He just talks really quiet.
And then fewer than 148 Corey microphones. I bet Tom Leach also felt good about Giuseppe's, located off Nicholasville Road. Yeah, you know what? They recently got valet parking. Those are for the Leach fans out there. 502-414-1450. A texter says, need Adrian Woolley to not allow the moment to be too big for him. Wrong show, pal. How's Adrian Woolley doing? Is the moment too big for him?
It looks pretty good right now. He just had to hit a jab step back 3 in front of somebody's face. So I like what I see.
All right. His first make of the game, 1 for 3. And Cards up 17-9 on the South Florida Bulls. I really did enjoy the back and forth between South Florida fans and U of L fans this week.
It really felt like it was just both sides of each fan bases, like the ones that haven't watched their own teams play this year, just getting angry at each other and just rage baiting each other. Like some of the stuff I saw, I was like, this isn't even correct on both sides. It was just rage bait after rage bait.
No, it was like the troll accounts all just kind of getting their jollies off, if you will. Like that was just trolls on trolls on trolls. I think everybody was super happy just playing in the mud together with one another. But it was fun to watch from afar, staying clean. Hey, Corey Price, did you see that the Twig and Leaf had a car hit it yesterday?
I did not. Wow.
That was the worst news I've gotten this week.
In the Highlands, yeah. Twig and Leaf got magbarred, as we call it here in Louisville. A driver was having a medical emergency, drove into the restaurant. One person hospitalized. 2 people were injured. Thankfully, it could have been a lot worse. But,
Wow.
yeah, Twig and Leaf, that's a staple in the Highlands.
It is.
And have been there many, many a times, although it's been probably 15 years since I've been there. I'm glad it wasn't worse, and hopefully they will be all right and be able to rebuild. Were you all excited to see Miami of Ohio get an NCAA tournament win last night?
Yes.
I was, yes.
Vindication for the Red Hawks?
And they made, what, 15-3, 16-3, something like that? I mean, they were...
I mean, I got to give them credit because their game plan was just, if you see even an ounce of daylight, just pull that thing, and it went in. Like, they did not stray away. The beginning of that game was horrendous for both teams. There was just turnover after turnover, air ball after air ball, and Miami of Ohio just kept shooting that thing, and it just started going in.
Yeah, they got hot there late, and SMU, I was never really high on them. I thought they had solid guard play, and that was about it, but the guards weren't overly disciplined and kind of did their own things a lot of times. I did think that they still would beat Miami, but I did get slightly annoyed at all the Goober media members that were like, aha, see? Miami should have never been in this game. They should have been in the tournament. It's like, nah, you all are so wrong. I'm sorry. Their best win on the season was Akron. They lost in the first game of their conference tournament to a nobody, a team with like a losing record, or at least a losing conference record, or right around 500. They probably got what they deserved. I think I would have been all right with them not making the tournament, but, they won all their games. They got to be in. I don't have a major stink with that. I think they were properly seeded, and last night was the moment of their season. If not for that first 4 game, everybody watching, that was the moment of their season. When they look back at I don't think they'll beat Tennessee, right? That's who they got next, I believe. I don't think they'll beat Tennessee, but if they do, that would obviously be the moment of their season. But assuming they lose to the Vols, if I was a Tennessee fan, I'd like that matchup. But assuming they lose to the Vols, then go Miami. Keep this run going. That first 4 win against SMU will be the moment of their season. So you're telling me media members, you'd want to take that away from them? Where if they would, let's just say they would have been a 10 seed. They'd probably be playing tonight at like 7:30. People wouldn't be watching because they'd be watching all the other games going on. If it was close, they'd flip over. If it was a blowout, they wouldn't. They got the moment of their season last night thanks to being in the first 4. So it all worked out. I think it's totally all right to say, you know what, the selection committee the last 2 years has done a pretty damn good job. And really with like the power of metrics and AI, we should get great tournament brackets. There shouldn't be a team totally underseeded. It just shouldn't happen. Now, naturally,
2-point game against TCU Ohio State.
Teams play differently and things can happen. But I think we got a good bracket. And I think there's a reason why Chalk kind of won out last year and why I think Chalk's going to win out this year. They're doing a better job at seeding teams. All right. 8 minutes to go. TCU Ohio State getting a little close there. Louisville having a solid first half, on pace for about 40 points there. So they're looking good as well. Let's read a couple more texts into the show. Texter says, oh, these are for some of the other shows. All right. Okay, I think we got them all.
Do you think Vandy was underseeded as a 5?
Yes, I think Vandy probably got hosed more than anybody did. If there was a team.
And St. John's probably, too, as a 5.
I just thought kind of was weird how they stacked SEC teams in regions.
Right.
And then that East region has no SEC teams, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe just Texas A&M. But I thought that was a little strange. If I was a Vandy fan, I'd be really ticked off, and if I was a Florida fan, I'd be ticked off. And I think these are the 2 schools probably more than anybody that has legitimate gripes. And the only reason is Vandy played for an SEC tournament championship. They should be better than a 5 seed. Probably just a 4 seed. We're not talking anything too crazy. But you're telling me that if Vandy does a 1 seed line upset, if a 5 beats a 4, if they beat a 4 seed, they get a rematch of an SEC semifinal game that they just played 2 weeks ago. And if I'm a Vandy fan, it's like, well, that's BS. We have to beat these dudes again? What? That was really, really hard to do it the one time. We have to do it again? And then if you're Florida, you probably feel decent about the matchup. But if you're just being realistic and similar to 2012 with UK and IU, oh, well, that team beat us. Like, I'd rather see a team that didn't beat us, right? Like, I don't think so-and-so can beat us because we're better than they are. Well, I know Vandy can beat us because I saw it with my own 2 eyes. So if I was Florida, I'd be like, man, of all the 5 seeds to get, did we have to get the one that actually showed that they were better than us on a certain day? So I'd hate that from a Florida fan standpoint. I'd hate it from a Vandy fan standpoint. And That would be and all you had to do is just move Vandy to another region, and you don't worry about that.
Right.
That's what I didn't really understand about that. But overall, I still think they did a good job and don't have any total major complaints about the seeding. But who do you like in that St. John's Kansas game?
I mean, if they both get there, of course. I think St. John's. I think they took it to UConn in the finals of the Big East. Obviously, Rick, more often than not, has his team ready when March comes around. Obviously, Darren Pearson's a question mark at times. So I'll go St. John's.
Yeah, I think St. John's is the safer play, but if I thought both teams played their best, Kansas would win that game. What I've kind of done in some of these games, St. John's, Kansas, round of 32, Clemson, Iowa, just some of these games that are kind of tough to figure out. I don't know if I'd say necessarily like toss-up games, but games that you could see going either way in the first, second, or third rounds. I usually lean to like, what's the tougher team? Which team is going to be okay if shots aren't falling? Which one's more likely there? And does it work out? I don't know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. What's some of the other ones that kind of stood out that were in that ballpark here? Wisconsin, Arkansas. That's going to be that should be a great game. That one's Wisconsin's probably a little bit. I don't know. That's a coin flip. I went with Arkansas just because I went with the best player on the court, but. That one, I don't think there is a team that's necessarily more inherently physical than the other one. Maybe Arkansas.
We had an early flagrant run in the Louisville game.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Wes Enos took a three, bricked it, and then fell down and then wrapped his legs around Ryan Conwell as he's trying to run away.
Uh-oh, you can't do that.
It's not allowed.
No.
It's against the rules.
Tennessee, Virginia, that's another one.
Yeah.
Where, like, I went Virginia, even though I do think Tennessee has more talented players there, but Virginia's just if Tennessee's not hitting shots, Virginia will be fine. If Virginia's not hitting shots, they can still win. And it's not like a Tony Bennett Virginia team. But if Tennessee's not making shots, they have no shot of winning. So I went with Virginia in that one. That's another one, kind of those coin flip, toss-up ones that I had trouble with in my brackets. Another texter says, I don't want this to feel like there's something freeing about having zero expectations for your team heading into March. Oh, he's saying, I don't want to feel like this, but there is something freeing. Yeah, I would take the nerves a million times over whatever I'm feeling right now. I want it to be like, oh no,
Right.
This house of cards, just the slightest, you breathe
House
on
of
it
Cards,
wrong.
Come on now.
You breathe on it wrong and it's all going to fall. That's the best March Madness feeling in the world. It's the worst, but it's the best. And when you don't have it, years like today, years like this year, you miss it. I think Northern Iowa can muck it up with St. John's and give themselves a chance to win. People are always overvalue conference tournaments this time of the year. They do overvalue conference tournaments. Well, I don't know if they probably do overvalue conference tournaments. But on the flip side, I do believe in like Arkansas having to play tonight out in Portland after just playing on Sunday not too long ago. They're lucky that they get a Hawaii team that I think they're going to be totally fine with.
Yeah, that matchup is going to be fun to watch, I think, because they literally play zero help defense against probably the best on-ball guard in the country. Like, Darius Acuff might go for like 55 points.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. They're going to have to switch something up. They're going to have to try something a little different. But point being, I can see St. John's just a bit worn out from their run. Now, theirs was on Saturday night versus Sunday. And are they playing today? Is that game today or tomorrow? St. John's in Northern Iowa.
I do not know at the moment.
That one is tomorrow. Yeah. So they played a day earlier. So that one probably not nearly as big as a deal there. But I do think that can have an impact at this time of the year. Oh my goodness, it's already closing time. All right, Cats prediction for tomorrow. I'll take UK 84, Santa Clara 79.
Cats, let's go 82-78.
All righty, let's hope that we're right about that. Producer Matt, good luck to your cards. And please let us talk about UK basketball in a Sweet 16 game on Monday. Come on, Cats, let's do it, baby. Happy March Madness to you.